CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
And good morning. Welcome to the on-air open house. Bill, you were, I think, at an open house early this morning, weren't you? Checking things out. People need money for a mortgage?
Absolutely.
Wow. Has that changed at all?
Lineups.
Really?
Lineups.
Really? Wow.
It is, you would have thought it would have been cooling off by now?
I would think so. No? You agree, Fern?
Absolutely. I've got the stats in front of me, and this is unbelievable.
Wow. I thought things would be cooling off, but it's not.
Nope.
Holy jeez. Well, listen, welcome to the program. Nice to see you. You're all dudded up because you're going to Cloverdale after the show.
Rodeo, here we come.
You're part
Rodeo.
Rodeo. You're one of the ambassadors,
Yeehaw!
aren't you? You do this every year.
Yes, I shake hands and kiss babies.
Do you really?
Yeah, we welcome people onto the grounds, and, we just create a spirit and
Well, I tell you what. When are you going to be there, tonight?
Actually, my shift is from 4 till 8 tonight.
Okay, well, I don't have any babies in the family, so maybe I could rent a baby and come down and you could kiss the baby and shake its hand.
Something like that. No, I'd rather just shake your hand. Leave your babies at home.
Okay, well, I understand. So you're probably wondering to yourself, if you had a buck, do you have a spare buck? I have a spare buck. Maybe
I have a spare buck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's find out. Dwayne, what would you buy for a buck?
I can get a Junior Cheeseburger Deluxe at Wendy's.
You could do that. Fern, any idea what you could get?
Gosh, chocolate. What could I get? Let me see. Feed a starving family in India. For how long?
Bill?
I'm going to buy an oyster during happy hour.
You are?
Yes.
Well, you could be in somewhere else and do something else.
If you're in Toronto, a loonie could be all you need to buy this row house at 11 Edith Avenue. Owner and realtor Manjit Singh is looking to unload his home quickly, and he's betting the $1 asking price will grab people's attention. He's taking the best offer made on his property for one day only. Singh listed the asking price for $899,000 for the 3-bedroom, 4-bath house earlier, but had no takers. He said he's not looking to start a one-day bidding war, but when detached homes in Toronto appreciate at a rate of $550 a day, he might be offering a new home buyer a deal in a seller's market.
What do you think?
Not interesting.
What do you think?
So do you think there's going to be some shadow flipping going on
there?
there?
What do you think, huh?
I don't know if Ontario has changed the laws like we have.
Well, maybe we should get to Ontario after the Cloverdale Rodeo and straighten them out. You brought up the word shadow flipping, and we've been talking about that for quite some time in the program, and I think today we should do it a little more. Shadow flipping, I think, used to have another term. And Fern, please correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that known as assignments years ago?
Assignment of contract, correct.
Is it the same thing? Or
it is virtually the same thing.
It is virtually the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So how come back then it was okay, now it's not?
Well, we've never seen an inflationary market like this, first of all. But second of all, the provincial government, in my eyes, suddenly realized how much property transfer tax they're missing out on by allowing shadow flipping. So I did some calculations on one deal here on how much they were missing out, and I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I thought, oh, well, this is good. The government is going to bat for the seller. I don't think so. Anyway, I worked out on these figures here. If you have a seller, sells their house for $800,000, sells it to a buyer for $850,000, he's not paying property transfer tax. Second buyer sells it to the third buyer for $900,000. I'm going up 50,000 increments here. And the third buyer sells it to the fourth buyer for $950,000. Okay, so when you look at those four little shadow flipping things that they did there, by the time you work out the property transfer tax that the government was missing out on because of this, because they were just selling paper, nothing was registered. Property transfer tax is payable upon registration. And for that one deal alone, the provincial government lost $62,000 in property transfer tax. So how much more has there been sort of slid under the carpet because of this?
And don't forget, we're not talking about the smaller price homes in the $200,000 to $300,000 to $400,000 range. We're talking about the larger price homes that are $1 million, $1.5 million.
Exactly.
So the property transfer tax are even larger than that.
Exactly. So I just went middle of the road because, of course, I work North Delta, Surrey, Cloverdale, Langley. So I was looking at single-family dwellings, let's say, that sell between $800,000 and $950,000 with shadow flipping, $62,000. Tax lost. No wonder the government changed the rules.
No kidding. I was talking to a realtor this past week, and it might be different in your situation, but he was saying, I said, do you think these rules and regulations could change the cost of housing? He said, why would the government want to bring the cost of housing down? They're going to miss out on taxes. You have your property transfer tax, right?
Yeah, this is true. But the thing is, too, that cost of housing is always demand and supply. And the beauty of capitalism, that if you have true capitalism, these kind of things go on. And it'll be interesting to see what this will do for the market. And usually we will know 30 days after, now that all of these rules are in effect. And our contracts, the wording have been changed as of last Monday, May 16th. And so any buyer that we work with, that it says right in the contract that they cannot flip the property without the permission of the seller. So I'm looking at, okay, we don't know how many properties have been shadow flipped in the last 3 or 4 years, but I'm kind of looking at all of these, if it's a considerable amount and the buyers are not allowed to flip them off to offshore or wherever they choose another buyer anywhere, that without the permission, I mean, is the seller going to give permission, say, I sold it to 800,000, shadow flipping, you're selling it for 950? I don't think so. I want that 150,000. So it'll be real interesting to see with this rule and regulation change, to see what effect that will have on the market. And we'll know in 30 days, because I don't believe there's any record anywhere on how many shadow flippers have gone on in the last 3-4 years.
All right, so the report card is coming in 30 days.
My opinion.
Okay, we'll see. So Billy is here. You've heard Billy before. You're here. You did all the paperwork from last week, right?
Absolutely.
So you're ready to rock today?
I hope so.
That's right. Billy is the president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. He is also the one and only expert on mortgages when it comes to the Radio Real Estate Show, and you'll have the mortgage rate update in a few minutes. You're also gotten something special to talk about, too.
I do. We're going to be talking a little bit about condos and
Really?
Rentals.
Okay.
Yes, that's very good, too. And Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
All right. First, we have something else coming up. What about the home handy guy, Finn Jensen?
Yes, it's always nice to hear what he has to say, isn't it? The Radio Real Estate Home Handyman, Finn Jensen, will talk about how some owners are showing a little TLC to their properties.
Monica Briga, president of Mummy Maids, will be here with their spring cleaning tip of the week. And this morning, Monica has an eco-friendly way to help clean your silk flowers.
Last week, somebody was listening to the show and they heard what we were cleaning last week, and they said they wondered if Bill took notes.
I passed it on to my wife.
I thought so. Okay.
Delegation.
The Radio Real Estate news headlines are coming up. I will be taking the news headlines, putting them on the radio. Our experts on the program, Bill and Fern, will give us their expert opinion. Also, we're going to talk about what's going on south of the border with the Los Cabos report today, too.
Mm-hmm. Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. If there's something you'd like to know about mortgages, leave your question on our website, radiorealestateshow.ca. That's radiorealestateshow.ca, and Bill will answer it on next week's show.
Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Lee Realty will be on the line to chat about the market in the Tri-Cities area, and things have changed a wee bit this past week.
They have, haven't they? And then we will hear from Andy Matu from New Coast Realty. He's on the show, and we'll look at the greater Vancouver real estate market.
You're listening to Radio Real Estate on CL 650. It's 10:08.
It certainly is, and it's time now for the weekly mortgage rate update with the president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. His name is Mr. Bill Macklin. And Billy, what do you have for us this week?
Interesting stuff going on. So some of the lenders are starting to drop their prime, or not the prime, but the discount on the prime rate for their variables. Just a trickle. It's just starting to see this happening. So I'm just kind of watching what's going on, and if this market cools a little bit, like that's starting to happen a little bit, prices aren't changing, but people are just taking a little bit of a deep breath, and then are making the gambit back out to buy again. So they're still finding their homes. So those are moving. The fixed rates are starting to trickle a little bit. So the best fixed rate with a bank is probably, you'll get quoted, we've had some banks quote as high as 279, 289, 299. Some of our banks, because we do such good volumes with them, are down to 259. Some of them are maybe starting to edge towards 254. But we have a virtual lender that on Friday, the first time I'd seen this, had actually moved a 5-year fix. It was what they call a it was one of those special programs, down to 249. But if you wanted to pay it out as a 3% payout penalty, which is significant. Okay. So there's that kind of stuff in the marketplace. But the difference between 249, 254, 259 is like a cup of coffee a week.
Okay. So I guess the best advice here is if you're wondering about the mortgage rates, to call Bill Macklin or call your favorite mortgage realtor, right?
Please.
Your favorite mortgage realtor. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Write that down. We do have those. We have mortgage people that are realtors and realtors that are mortgage people, right? Yes. So they'd be a mortgage realtor. Okay, so I'm confused. In the next segment of the program, Bill will be answering the mortgage question of the week, that I know. And later, we'll examine the radio real estate news headlines and we chat with Nick Fong, our Los Cabos agent.
You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
Introducing Mommy Maids, a business created out of the lack of employment opportunities for single moms with flexible working hours. From residential to commercial, you can trust their insured and bonded cleaning professionals with any task. Let them clean your castle with no hassle. Go to mummymaids.com or call 604-533-4959.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Mommy Maids come rescue me.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom. I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We have found that most consumers automatically sign their mortgage renewal statements. Most banks have a higher than 90% renewal rate, so there's no incentive to give the best rates on renewal. Most people will not change lenders due to the hassle factor. Let us do the shopping for you. Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages today.
One hit after another.
CL 650. CL 650. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
We get letters all the time. Bill, you get the same questions asked to you probably over and over and over again, but you don't mind answering those questions because there are new people coming to the table all the time,
Absolutely. Right? And you know what? And even though the questions may be the same, the answers sometimes are different.
It's different? No, you're right. It depends,
Things
right?
change.
Things change. Well, we got a dandy question for you this morning, don't we?
And we do. And, you know, I always say that there's never a wrong question because, first of all, as you say, change. But second of all, that, market changes and all this kind of stuff. And I'd rather people ask a question and think they feel dumb and I'd be able to answer it to make sure that, hey, they're not at all. All I want is information. So this week's question comes from Judith McQuaid of Delta. Judith would like to know, Bill, if all mortgages are subject to standard credit approval.
Thanks, Vern. That's a good question from Judith. There's some interesting things about credit. So let's just say that you are going to pull up your own credit bureau. Did you know that your own credit bureau will have a higher number than a bank lending credit bureau?
What would that be?
Because the bank lending you look at different criteria. So what they're looking at is your history over the last 7 years, whereas the personal one is looking at what's going on in the last 6 months to a year. So they'll have a different rating. And we had a client that was quite upset that he had close to a 730 beacon score, or credit score, and ours were 645. And so we had to explain that to him, that, just because you have that credit score, that's a consumer credit score rating. This is not a lending credit rating. So having a standard credit approval is very important. You cannot give me your credit rating or credit score and I attach it to your application to a lender. The lender needs me, the licensed broker, to actually pull our own independent arm's length credit bureau so that we can provide the information to the lender so they can make some good credit decisions.
Yes.
So that's really, it's critical.
Yep. I agree with you 100%. For expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you so very much. It's the Radio Real Estate Show live on CL 650. Time now for the Tri-Cities Report. Andrea Jock joins us from Keller Williams Reed Legal Team. We have her on the line. Hello, Andrea.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
Great. It's been another busy week in the Tri-Cities.
I understand it's been so busy, but I understand that some of the sales of detached homes are starting to fall off, but things are coming to take their place.
For detached homes, instead of maybe seeing 15 offers, we're seeing 1 or 2. So they're still getting multiple offers, but what we're really seeing taking off right now are condos and townhomes. Today I'm featuring a gorgeous, fully renovated luxury condo located at 606-9298 University Crescent, atop of Burnaby Mountain. This fabulous private residence has been renovated top to bottom to the highest standard. You'll love the gourmet kitchen with custom cabinetry, top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances and range hood, large center island with beautiful granite, natural stone wall details, beautiful hardwood flooring, oversized master bedroom with a large walk-in closet and built-in shelving, and floor-to-ceiling windows, bringing nature indoors by taking in the serene natural view. All this and more, a bonus 500-square-foot deck, embracing the breathtaking mountain, city, and water views. On the market for $598,800. Come by and visit the open house today, tomorrow, and Monday from 1 to 4. Tomorrow until 4 is the Save on Foods Every Plate is Full food drive, located at 2385 Ottawa Street in Port Coquitlam. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Thank you, Andrea. To get in touch with Andrea, call 604-783-3124 or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com. Phone number again is 604-783-3124 or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com.
15 after 10 o'clock and coming up, we're going to chat about the real estate stories that made the headlines this past week. We'll also hear about a super duper real estate opportunity available in Los Cabos with Nick Fong.
Right up my alley. Good morning. This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas, who's playing his guitar right now. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on CL 650.
Hi, this is Monica from Mummy Maids. We're here to help you with all your cleaning needs, including move-in, move-outs, packing and unpacking, organizing, laundry and windows, walls, basic cleaning, and custom cleaning. We do it all. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit us at mummymaids.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me. Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We all need specific types of mortgage financing. You may have bought your next home and not sold your current place. We have financing for that. You may not be able to prove your income for the mortgage you require. We have a lender for that. Call us, Dominion Macklem Mortgages today, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Mainly sunny today. Oh, I'm sorry, that's mainly cloudy today. Couldn't something blocking the sun. It's clouds, right, Bill?
Clouds all the way.
You sure?
Looks like even tomorrow is going to have a little cloud, 60% chance of rain, and then on Monday we're going to cloudy with 60% chance of more showers.
I'm glad I got up this weekend then, right?
Lovely long weekend. Lovely.
But you know what? It'll be nice and cool for rodeo. Sometimes it's so hot that tarmac it really reflects.
Wow.
So it'll be ideal for rodeo.
No takers?
That's great.
It's 15 degrees right now. Yahoo! On the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
Thanks, Jill. You guys are so enthused.
We get the idea. We're heading down to Mexico now. Do they have Mexican cowboys and cowgirls?
They do.
They're not gauchos. They're down in Argentina, the gauchos. What do they call them in Mexico? Cowboy.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a rodeo in Mexico is real interesting. I went to one last
bet.
year and it was so interesting.
How does somebody wrestle a taco?
Wrestle a taco?
Yeah.
Very carefully.
That's very good. Let's find out what's going on with the real estate situation south of the border right now. Our expert is with us. He's the Los Cabos specialist. His name is Nick Fong. And Nick, what do you have for us this morning?
This week I want to bring you a new listing in Alagranja, located in San Jose del Cabo, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished, huge Sea of Cortez ocean views. It has a resort-style feel and living. It has on-site restaurant, fitness, a tennis court, a pitching putting green, and it's just 10 minutes walk to the San Jose del Cabo downtown area. This is a seller that is willing to make a deal. I know there are quite a few of you buyers out there looking for a seller that's willing to negotiate. This is that type of a seller. So if you want seller financing, it's being offered. If you want to maybe do a rent to own, that could potentially be also an option the seller considers. If there's any questions, let me know. Have a great rest of your week.
For more information on our Mexican market, call Nick Fong at 1-312-725-3664 or send Nick an email at info@loscabosagent.com. That's loscabosagent.com.
Okay, the time of the Radio Real Estate Show now is 20 minutes after 10. It's 10:20. I think it's news time, folks. So if you're ready for the news, let's find out what's going on this morning. Here we go. And this is what's been making news this past week. We'll get Fern, we'll get Bill to give us their valued experience on this subject. So the home sales in April have dropped a wee bit. Not a whole lot, but a wee bit, right?
A wee bit, but not a whole lot. You're
Okay,
right.
so that's happened in the Vancouver area. We want to know now, does this drop-off suggest that homeowners are getting a little bit spooked? What do you think?
I don't necessarily think that homeowners are getting a little bit spooked unless they have to buy.
Mhm.
But buyers are getting a little bit spooked because if they're in a multiple offer situation, they have to go in with absolutely no subjects at all. It gives we, as a competent realtor, the heebie-jeebies to do that. But it also gives the heebie-jeebies to the buyers as well. And, you know, when you're buyers and you're working with a realtor, and you've gone through 3 and 4 and 5 multiple offer situation when you have put an offer in and you don't get it, you know, it can be very discouraging. You know, a lot of people are just throwing their hands in the air and say, that's it, I'm done. So it's interesting to see what's going on in the minds of buyers right now.
The other problem with that is that you, as a competent, licensed realtor,
Mm-hmm.
helping your client, you're looking at a listing. In your experience, you're going to say, well, we know they're going to be higher than the list because there's a certain demand. So then you pick a number. Well, somebody else picks a number even higher, and there's no rationale for it.
No, there
so
isn't.
it's like a dartboard. It's like whack-a-mole at the P&E.
Exactly.
You're just taking a chance at a price. You know, it's
Yeah, you can't
very
justify
frustrating.
what things are selling for. You know, we could normally what we would do is do an evaluation, as in if we're dealing with a seller. And I do the same thing with my buyers too. And I say, you know, look in the local area that this is homes similar to this have sold for this amount of money, and this would be sort of in the price range that you can expect to pay. Well, basically now I'm just having to say.
What do you want to spend?
Yeah, it's guacamole. Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Well, there's
too much Mexican there.
There's a fellow who's a good friend of this program. His name is Bob DeWitt. He is the president, as you know, of the Greater Vancouver Home Builders Association. He says, cut red tape to get new homes built. What do you think?
Bob is bang on. So here we have this wonderful thing saying all our politicians are saying, you know, home prices in the Lower Mainland are rising. We got to do something about it. We can't, you know, the affordability costs are just so much. And these same politicians have these municipalities that anywhere from 6 months to 12 months in delay of getting building permits out to the people that want to build the homes to supply the demand. So you kind of go like, do you guys know what you're talking about? On the one hand, you're asking whether, you know, we've seen that to have better prices. On the other hand, by the way, we can't get those prices out because we're going to slow it down by at least a year.
Almost feels like an oxymoron.
But they're doing the road work in Surrey now. Can't drive anywhere.
Yeah, I saw those 4 guys doing the troweling of the concrete.
How many were holding the shovel? No, that's another
10.
story. No, they weren't. This is kind of ties into what you guys were just talking about. The millennials are here, and they still think that they're going to be having the dream of owning a home locally in the next few years. But are they willing to give up certain things? This is the group of people that say home prices are too expensive. We can't afford a home. However, they do like to go on 7 little vacations every year. They also tend to like to live with mom and dad in the basement and freeload. So what do you think?
Well, you know, the thing is, in every generation that comes along, I mean, markets ebb and flow, prices go up, wages go up and all this kind of stuff. And yes, they're still clinging to the dream. But you're right. We have to give up certain things to obtain it. I mean, I look at this is history, but anybody buying their first home, all of a sudden you are saddled it with a mortgage. And yes, it's wonderful that you can buy your home, but you do have to give up a few things in order to do it. I mean, you can't have it all in life. Life isn't like that.
You can't?
No.
Darn.
I thought I was entitled to this.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, me too.
Are you a millennial?
Yeah.
I'd like to be.
We could be.
Apparently you're entitled to everything.
I guess.
Okay, now realtors are showing support for the tighter rules and regs, but the NDP critics say that the government changes will do nothing to address affordability.
Yeah, not going to happen. You know, the market dictates the price of properties. And it doesn't matter what the governments are going to do. And when was the last time you saw a government make a smart, intelligent decision?
Oxymoron.
What?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, and finally, monster homes. Monster homes are back in the news again. Monster homes are stirring emotions in Port Moody. They look like they were plopped down by aliens, says one owner. They were dropped from outer space onto the lot, says another. Woo! What do you think? Those monster homes are back. We used to call them pink palaces. Remember those?
Well, you know, that we still call that hotel down by the border there. The Pink
Yeah,
Palace.
99, the Pink
Yeah.
Palace. But
Yeah.
that's a loving expression, I think.
This
It
is
is.
true.
It is. It's meant with all due respect.
So what do you think? Do you turn down the small places and put up a big one in place? Or?
We're just reiterating and redoing the problems we had 30 years ago. We decided to do them all over again.
Why
Yeah.
not, eh?
Yeah, you know, history repeats itself. We don't learn from behavior.
What's really sad though is that we're in this history.
Mhm.
So I mean, before it used to be that we would see it, and then our kids would see it.
Mhm.
We're seeing it in the same generation.
Mhm. Well,
You know,
you
we're seeing zero roofline lots.
exactly. You were telling me in the green room. You were
Back on
talking
16th,
about.
they're building condos again with zero roof lines, so that you can make max out the number of units per square foot.
Exactly. So
That's
here
not
we
going to
are.
cause
Sets
any
us up
leaks
for leaky condos.
because it doesn't
Does
rain
it-
here. We're living in California.
Oh well, this is true.
We're moving to California?
No, this is
No.
California.
Oh, I thought you said we're moving
base
to
all
California.
of this
because that's why we don't
information
have
on
any underground
California.
parking. We don't have any canopies because it doesn't rain here.
Yeah.
I see. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I think. What's coming up next for another show?
In our next segment, we'll be joined by Monica Dinabriga, president of Mommy Maids, who has this week's cleaning tip, and that will tell us how you can properly clean your precious silk flowers. I'm very grateful. I don't have a live plant in my house, and all of my silk ones are looking a little dusty and tacky, and I can't wait to hear from her.
I'll lend you my pen. Take some notes. That'll be good. Bill?
Thank you.
More real estate information is coming right up on Vancouver's original on-air open house.
It's CL 650. I'm Tom Lucas. Good morning. Our co-host is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, is with us. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop. And again, what was that? And again, it's Radio Real Estate on CL 650. Good morning.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom. I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. You have equity in your home. You are over 65. We have some exciting financing options for you. Purchase your second home, help your children buy their home, or set up an annuity for life. Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages at 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
CL 650. The clean up woman, but she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
Why are you smiling, Bill? Because you know it's not going to affect you today, right?
Exactly.
Last week was your week.
This week's Cats Week.
This week is Cat's Week, and it's also Fern's Week, and we're going to be very gentle to anybody that has flowers that are not of the real variety, right? Okay, Monica, she's on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Have you got flowers that are collecting dust? Here's an easy way to clean them. Just put them in a paper bag with some salt and shake, shake, shake. The salt will absorb the dust and leave your flowers looking like new, and the colors will be more vibrant. So no need to buy new ones. Just clean them up. This is Monica Dinabriga for Radio Real Estate.
So let Mommy Maids clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959, 604-533-4959, or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
It's a pretty easy way to do it. You were doing it there. Your flowers look lovely. Never said that to a woman before. You have very nice
I beg your
flowers.
pardon.
No, it's meant with all due respect. You have very
Absolutely,
nice
Tom.
flowers.
I know you treat it a lot with respect.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Now, if it was Bill's flowers, that would be a different story because
Let's not even go there.
we can't
okay?
talk about weeds in this program.
How do you know that?
You know, people ask me, they say, you make a lot of fun of Bill. No, this is true. They say, you make a lot of fun of Bill. I say, I don't know, but we love him dearly. You know,
But
it's
you know
all
what? Bill has broad shoulders.
You do. That's
Well,
not
they're
all.
getting slopey.
Oh, are they? Oh, no.
Well, they were broad.
They were.
They were broad.
Comes with age.
So we were talking about real estate a little while ago, Fern, and you were telling me that it's beginning to be a balanced market again. It's beginning, not exactly a balanced market yet, but it's beginning to be. And I said, is that good? And you said, no, Tom, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say when a balanced market is actually going to happen. But the statistics for May over April, this is 14 days of 21 working days, listings are down by 308 listings. Sales are up by only 24. So usually that indicates there could be a change down the road. What we've been seeing, for instance, is listings would, the sales would exceed the amount of new listings. And so therefore it'll be real interesting to see, with all of the stuff going on, with these statistics and also with the prevention of shadow flipping, the next 30 days is really going to show a lot. I could be totally wrong. I mean, again, demand and supply. But again, we don't know how much shadow flipping has actually been going on.
There's no crystal ball in this, and I realize that you don't have a crystal ball. But what does your gut feeling tell you? Is it going to get better? Or is it going to stay the same?
If I had a crystal ball, I would have been retired 30 years ago. No, only kidding. Is it going to get better? The thing is that I like to see a balanced market, because my ideal client right now is somebody that needs to sell and then move up to the interior, or somebody that is moving into a care home or something like that, because I don't have to go out and find them something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, really difficult when I'm working with buyers that want to downsize. We're talking baby boomers here, because I work a lot with baby boomers, and we're looking to downsize. That my thing is, if I put their house on the market and it sells within 3 days, what am I going to put them in? Or am I going to ship them off to Tent City?
I think that's just the problem with this, especially on this radio station. A lot of our people, not all, but a lot of them are baby boomers.
Correct.
And like you say, you could sell their house no problem. Mm-hmm. Where did they go after that?
Exactly. And I was in that situation myself a couple of years ago. And even as a realtor, it was very, very difficult. I had to buy my townhouse with absolutely no subjects whatsoever, really? Including bylaws. And I had to overpay by $50,000. And this is 5 years ago. And the thing was, I just had to look at, do I want to live there? Fortunately, being a realtor, I knew the complex well, and I had access to all those bylaws before I even bought the property. But, it was pretty precarious. I mean, I had a house to sell, and I couldn't even write subject to the sale of, et cetera, et cetera. So I just had the heebie-jeebies there for about 4 months while my house sold.
Wow. Things are heating up, huh?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I love it. We're listening to Radio Real Estate on CL 650. Your host is Tom Lucas, our co-host who knows everything about real estate. What we don't know, we make up on the program. I'm just kidding. Bird Northcott, she knows her stuff. Believe it. If it comes to mortgages, you want to talk to Bill Macklin. You've been doing this for a while, Willie?
Next year is 30 years.
Wow. 30 years?
As a mortgage broker.
We having a party at your place?
Not a banker, but a broker.
Party at Bill's?
Yeah, we'll party at our place.
Well, I do have a few years on him, so maybe we should have a party at my place.
Okay.
Let's just have a party.
What do you think? Oh, I agree.
Willie, what's coming up on the show this morning? Anything?
We're going to chat with Andy Matu of
Maybe.
New Coast Realty.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? They have a new office in South Surrey, so I noticed that.
I saw that.
Yeah, just opened.
Just opened up there. So, he's going to give us a shout and let us know what's going on in Lower Mainland.
And you're going to be talking about something very interesting?
I'm going to be talking about condos and the rentability of the condos and what kind of restrictions you might incur with those rentals.
Probably things that people don't pay too much attention to when they purchase.
Well, I know I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to let them know my mistakes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's clarified a point for me, too. That was real interesting, what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
This is for Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate, on CL 650.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom. I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott from Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. With interest rates always being the topic of discussion, it is important to have a mortgage professional who will guide you. If interest rates are all you think of, I can get you a 0% interest rate if you put 100% down. Of course, with 100% down, you don't really need a mortgage. Variable rates versus fixed rates. Which one is right for you? Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Well, it's that time again, Bill. Let's see if it got any better than last time.
I'm hoping.
Last time I thought it was going to be sunny, but the clouds are in the way. It's still going to be cloudy today, I'm hearing, huh?
Jeez. Mainly cloudy tomorrow with 60% chance of showers. High of 18. Monday's going to be cloudy with 60% chance of shower. High of 18. Is that a repeat? Like, they just copied that?
Well, no, they liked this so much that high of 18, it was easy to do again, so we do it again.
Cut and paste.
Yeah, really. So it's going to be a good day to go to the Cloverdale Rodeo and see our friend Fern.
Be nice and cool.
Yeah.
Bring a small umbrella.
Uh-huh.
Corn dogs.
Is that where you can be?
Oh, yeah. Kathy sells corn dogs, so, hey, I'm going to be in that lineup real quick.
And then Bill will be in another lineup, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
CI 650.
I'm gonna make this place your home.
You're at the pierogi pavilion this week, aren't you?
I'm actually going to a pierogi.
Really?
I'm going to the Ukrainian church in Surrey to go get some pierogies.
No, don't tell me that's the only reason why you're going to the Ukrainian church is just to get pierogies.
Well, they're only open from 10 till 2.
Okay,
so
no, I understand.
Is that the one on 108th?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Tried to save him, but he wouldn't
and
go
they got
for
good
it.
stuff.
It's 10:35. Let's look at the Lower Mainland real estate. What?
Sauerkraut?
What?
How about cabbage rolls?
Getting some sauerkraut pierogies.
Cabbage rolls?
And some cabbage rolls.
Excuse me, I got to go take some Pepto-Bismol. And while we're doing that, we're going to listen to Andy Matu of New Coast Realty. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well, Bill. Bill's nodding. He's fine. He's smiling. And Fern, she's happy too. We're all happy. Thank you for asking. How about you? Are you happy today? You're driving, right?
I'm driving right now.
I guess you're going to another one of those busy appointments?
Yes, sir.
And you chose real estate for a career because you thought it would just be an easy job, right?
It's not a 9 to 5, let me tell you.
I know exactly what you're saying. We were talking to Andrea Jock a little while ago, as you know, out in the Tri-Cities, and things have slowed down a wee bit there with single-family houses, but she says that condos and townhouses are now starting to sell. Are you finding the same thing?
Yeah, I'm looking, seeing in the Fraser Valley here, especially with the townhomes, you're getting more and more multiple offers. Houses are still going, but you're not seeing as many multiple offers anymore.
Right.
It's getting busier for townhomes.
So are the multiple offers now moving into the townhome and condo market too?
Yes.
You probably need some more inventory, right?
Always need inventory here, Tom. Always. Give me a call.
Andrew, we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. You enjoy your weekend.
You too. This is Andy Matu for Radio Real Estate.
That's just the sound of our co-host putting on their headset, folks, because we were talking about pierogies, and we will talk about that in just a second, right after we tell folks that they can get a hold of Andy.
Oh, I know. Sorry, guys. I had to get the address from Bill because I'm going to go buy some cabbage rolls right after the show. So you can put Andy Matu of New Coast Realty to work for you. Call Andy at 604-307-3000. That's 604-307-3000.
I'm just wondering, am I the only person on the show that doesn't like to eat? You guys seem to, you love your food, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Look, I'd love to cook you up some pierogies and some, as we say, patahe and some halapji.
As we say what?
Well, you know, us,
I don't say
us
that.
from the prairies.
Yeah, you from the prairies, of course.
You have some kubasau, which is get a really good double smoked ham sausage. Great place over in Surrey called Polonia. Fabulous place.
And if I
That is the beauty of our multiculture in Vancouver.
Well, there you go.
Because, you know, any kind of food that we want, any kind of craving can be satisfied.
Can I take that and just take it out of the package and throw it in the microwave? No.
You could.
I could?
You could.
Wouldn't taste too good.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, okay. I'll hang with you guys a little bit, Laura. It's 10:37 on the Radio Real Estate Show. A little something from Mr. William Mack here. Yeah, don't be a hero, Bill. Get home and help your wife with those dried flowers.
I'm going to get some pierogies.
You will be a hero for that.
Yeah, you will be.
And then we're going to make some cheesecake.
Really?
Yes.
What time? What time's dinner?
Yeah, but we're all come, bro. Yeah, let's go over. Let's
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
What time you finish at the fair this?
8 o'clock
8
today.
o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'll be gone by then.
I'll pick you up. We'll go to Bill's house.
Works for me.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay, it's 10:38 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Getting back to the subject of real estate, I know, Bill, something's been bugging you for the last little while.
Well, it was interesting. I'm reading an article in one of our newspapers about the rules about rentals and condos. And the strata sale doesn't automatically terminate a residential tenancy. So when you sign a rental agreement, let's say you own a strata unit of some sort, and you're on a list. Not everybody can rent, so therefore there's a list, and you had to be one of the lucky ones, so you're renting, and you've got to rent it out, and it's time for you to move to another place, and you don't really want to kick your tenant out, and so you sell the property with the tenant in it. Most condos in those days, or strata councils, would say, okay, well, that's the end of the residency of the tenant. That's not true. According to Tony G. Venta, who's a lawyer in town on strata, says that no, when you sign your lease with a person that owns the strata unit, they're actually renting from the strata unit, not from you, the owner of it. And so as long as they want to stay there, they have the right to be there.
Okay, we have a fellow that works at the radio station here. He rents a home, so the same rules apply to a home or just condos?
I would imagine it applies. You don't normally run into a problem with homes because people, when they sell them or buy them, they're actually in better communication. It's a problem with the stratas whereby you have a limited number of rentals, or so then if you have a renter in there, and you get bumped off as soon as your renter, as soon as you sell your property. Now the other thing doesn't happen whereby your renter leaves. Well, then you do fall down to the bottom of the list. I mean that would be normal.
That's the norm. But you know what I find is a lot of townhouses and especially condos are owned by offshore people and looked after by property managers. And a lot of owners offshore would not know the rules and regulations of this and have to be guided either by their property manager and the law.
Yeah.
And the law. If this is the law, I mean, it also almost contravenes one another. But if that's the law under the Landlord and Tenant Act, they pull a big punch.
Do you think that somebody would have told them what the rules and regulations were here before they actually purchased?
Not necessarily.
Really?
No. So what I find, a lot of investors or people that buy property to rent it out, they're not versed of the Landlord and Tenant Act, but you can be pretty well guaranteed. Almost all tenants are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they know their rights and what they can do.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Well, it's normal. And, I can understand with tenants, too, because there's sometimes, you move into somebody else's home and your best intention is to rent it for a long time. And you don't know the intentions of the seller, the owner, let's say. And a lot of times people will abuse tenants. So that's why the Landlord and Tenant Act had to come in many years ago. But it's like anything else. The pendulum swings both ways.
I wonder if it would be a case of you play ball with me, I'll play ball with you. It seems pretty simple, doesn't it?
I would think so.
Yeah, it's a simple golden rule. Do unto others as you have them do unto
Absolutely.
you. If we lived like that, we wouldn't have all the problems.
Or do unto others and then split. Before they have the chance to do it.
That might be your value system.
Well, getting back
Tom.
to the strata stuff, though, there's a couple other things. I'm just going to try to draw you guys back in because now we're finished with the progress and I loved you, so we'll go back to this.
Oh, different story now.
Different story, yeah. Now we're back on my stuff.
Okay.
So here's the other thing, is that some strata councils or property managers are like in the 21st century. You can get their minutes online. You can get their Form B online. You can get any kind of reports or the special meetings online. And then we have the other ones that say, if you want that, it's going to cost you $50. If you want to have it in a hurry, like by the end of the week because you're selling the property, it's going to cost you $300 or $200.
Yes.
And and here's the difference between strata councils and property managers is that it should be an even playing field. You should be able to see your minutes online anytime you want.
You really should. And on my own, I have to check in. I have to do the password and all stuff like that. But I will say, I've just listed a townhouse in South Surrey, and with the property manager there, that yes, they provided them all online, but sent me the bill, and they would not send me this stuff online before they took my visa number. So, I mean, at this point, I think I'm up to almost $400 out of my pocket just for them to do click of the button. Plus, it expires in 7 days. Yeah. If I don't put that into a file within 7 days, all of those bylaws, Form B, everything are just poof, gone.
Well, we have a client that we're doing a refinance on them, and we were going to get the lawyer to pull up the Form B and the strata bylaws. The lawyer would have charged the client $350 for it. So they went to their strata council directly to get it. They had to phone them every day for a week before they could actually get it. So it delayed their ability to get their financing in place so they could save some money.
I'm sorry, if somebody's going to go through this, do they call the strata council or do they call the management company? What do you suggest? What's the best course of action to do?
Well, I always get in touch with the management company, and the only way they're going to release any of this information anyway is if I have a signed listing. And this particular company I was working with as well, I needed to know about rentals, and I needed to know right now. They were not going to send me anything. It took 3 or 4 days to come, all of these bylaws, and I needed to know about rentals. So I phoned in and I wanted to talk to them about rentals. They said, we do nothing verbally. Everything has to be in writing. And I still have a question about, there was a limitation on rentals, and there's one rental only, and I want to know which one it is, and there's all kinds of information. I'd like to know that. Of course, it doesn't show up on Form B, which I also have in my hand, but there's some times that I want some extra information. And the strata company said, no, we don't do anything verbally, and obviously they're concerned about lawsuits or Maybe there might be a little bit of laziness in there. I don't know. But when it came to rentals, I mean, when I'm talking to buyers, I'm holding the place open this afternoon. And when I'm talking to buyers, it has to be real clear. And a lot of these bylaws, okay, this particular place, they allow 2 animals. Now, of course, they list all the dangerous breeds. And it also says in there as well that even a crossbreed, okay, let's say you have a standard poodle and you cross it with, let's say, a poodle.
Yep.
That is considered a dangerous breed. Now, that's from complex to complex to complex. Each one is different. Now, when I first put the property on the market, so I don't have bylaws for 3 or 4 days, and I know there's a restriction on animals, you know, do I think that it's going to be a problem with a poodle or a lab that's crossed with a shepherd? It's a big problem. There you go.
And since when did strata councils or strata management companies make this into an income stream for information that the tenants of the strata are already paying for?
It's always been that way. And you know,
So it doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. Absolutely. Would you jump off the bridge if somebody else did? Absolutely not. And you're right. And I mean, who has to pay for these things? The seller is not paying for them. And you know, we can ask the seller for all these documents, which we used to do, and people used to keep good record. But a lot of people, and including myself, I don't have a file with all my strata bylaws for the last 2 years. And so therefore, if we're trying to work with the seller, and everybody's busy these days trying to get all this information, then there could be a lot of information missing.
Yep.
So it's really great that I can go directly to the Strata Corporation and say, here's the signed listing. Please send me everything you have, like depreciation report and all of this kind of stuff, which we never had in the past, that people do not necessarily keep on file. But, you know, and then I have to pay on my visa right from the get-go, even before they'll even talk to me. First thing they want is my visa number.
Yep.
They don't care what information you want. What's your number?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you could get this information like Toot Sweet, then it would help you do your job a lot quicker and better.
Well, a lot of times you can get it Toot Sweet, which is, let's say, 3 days, but that almost $400 that I've paid, you may as well double it.
In that 3 days, I'll just be the devil's advocate here. In the 3 days, could somebody else come along and purchase it or not? If the same home. Like if I came with Bill is my real estate agent, and you had it listed with another person, and you're going through this stuff with the Strata Council. If Bill had an in, could I buy the place before your age?
Oh, you could absolutely buy
Really?
it. But the thing is, too, that if I don't have all the bylaws and stuff like that, and you see, this is where it can fall through the cracks. Because if Bill is a realtor and he comes in with you and writes an offer on my listing, and I don't have the bylaws, and because it's a multiple offer situation, that you would have to come in with no subjects. And what would you know about rental restrictions or pets or crossbreeds or any of this kind of stuff? Because I don't have that information.
All I know is that Bill would be traveling with the cabasa. So it would be a done deal, right, Willie?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stuff
So that's all protection of your buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
It's real important, especially in this kind of market.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Is anything else on your mind this morning? Or?
No, that's
Really? That's kind of does it all. We've made enemies with a lot of people. That's
yeah,
great.
we've kind of ticked off a number. I mean, we've already said that we could have a lower housing prices if our municipalities would actually speed up their approval process. We've already said that.
You can say that, yeah.
Yeah, we've already said that. So the people that are saying that we should have affordable housing should actually look in their own back door and maybe speed up their process.
You can say that, Bill, yeah.
You can say that. And then we get to trees. That's another subject.
He had something to say about trees, too, didn't he?
What?
Didn't he say something about trees,
Oh,
too?
yeah. Removing trees. But anyway, that's another program.
That's another story for another day.
Get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
You sure there's nothing else on your mind this morning?
Well, there's something else may come up.
Because this is unlike you.
I know. I'm just being my best behavior today.
Are you really?
It's a long
You're being
weekend.
subdued.
Yeah, I like the old Bill better.
Well, so do I.
Yeah.
But I'm grumpy today. So.
Oh, are you really?
Yes, I'm grumpy.
I can tell, yeah.
In our next segment, though.
What?
We're going to hear from our Radio Real Estate Home Handyman.
We are.
Yes, Finn Jensen.
Is he grumpy today, too?
I don't think so. Finn is a Swede, and they are very friendly people.
Very
and he's going to chat
level-headed.
about all the homeowners have been showing a little TLC to the property. So
A little
you
bit.
can see all the little plants coming up and the grass being trimmed. And the
I
paint.
think that's in most cases where the home is owned by a married couple, a man and a woman, or it doesn't matter. And one says to the other, the home needs a little TLC. Go do it.
I think it's called a honeydew list.
You got it. Honey, do this, honey, do that. Okay, good morning. We're with Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklem is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Knows all about real estate, all about mortgages and cabasas, right?
Yes, cabasa.
And cleaning silk flowers is going to be your department this week.
Not in chance.
You know how to do it now, so it's really easy.
I hire out.
Just use the salt.
Well, my trees are 6 feet tall in my house.
So
I look
just
pretty
get
silly
on a
putting
ladder
salt
and
on
just put some salt on them and then shake them.
Get the ladder, get a big bag, because then they get because Monica from Mommy Mates is a short person. She's untall.
Yeah.
So if you get a big bag and help her put it over the tree, she could help you out.
Either that or just get a little bit of lemon
Mhm.
or lime.
Lime, yes.
And then we'll climb up a ladder, sprinkle a little salt on it, and then just take a little slap.
Does this have something to do with vodka or whatever?
That could be too.
I see. It's 10:49. It's the Radio Real Estate Show on CL 650. Good morning.
Your life's too busy to be doing the things that you don't want to do. Hi, it's Monica at Mommy Maids. We'll free up your time by taking care of all your cleaning needs. We have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or one-time special occasion plans available, including move-in and move-outs. Commercial and residential cleaning performed by bonded, insured, WCB covered, uniform cleaning experts. You deserve a break, and Mommy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959 or visit mummymaids.com.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom. I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
CL 650.
I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
It's 10:51 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Today is the 141st running of the Preakness. We got a very special horse in there. So Bill, Fern, and I, in just a few minutes, will be talking about laying down some money, right?
Exactly.
But in the meantime, let's find out how we can do a little something to our home, shall we?
Okay, that sounds like a good
Mr.
idea.
Jensen is here, and you got something on your mind, Finster.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to everyone. There are many observations that we can allude to when referring to today's real estate market, high prices being number one on the list. Other important points fall into place in a very subjective manner. Each owner and buyer have priorities that are particular to their lifestyle. But there seems to be a constant these days, the willingness to enhance one's property in a manner we haven't seen before. For example, a mid-sized rancher in a nice neighborhood, 20 minutes out of Vancouver, built in the 60s on a good lot, has been updated to a level no one would have imagined a decade ago. It was a total job. New floors throughout, wall type of fireplace, new laundry machines, beautiful bathrooms, new kitchen, counters and appliances, wiring redone to the latest for communications and climate control, new high-efficiency gas furnaces and water heaters, air conditioning, new windows and landscape. When we see an older home brought up to that level, something has changed. Is it pride of ownership or in part due to higher value of the property? Or could it be that people are less afraid of losing money on renovations than a few years ago? Regardless, it's a welcome change. Be it pride or investment in the market, the whole area looks very much like a success story. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Let Finn take care of your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. For fast, reliable, and dependable service, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations. 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Well, in just a short time, we'll be talking with Fern Northcutt to find out what she's up to after the program today. I know she has a couple of houses on the go, but today, Bill, you always bring these things in today in history from Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and today is the 141st running of the Preakness with Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist is the favorite. It's a local horse, is it, or the jockey's local?
Yep, jockey's
I'm not a race fan, so I'm not too.
Jockey's local. And they have a 4 in 7 chance of winning.
And that's a good thing.
He's a 4 in 7 chance. So, courtesy of Odds Shark, that's who does the odds. This is going to be live. This is going to be a live thing at, I believe it's around 6:30 today, 6:45 today, Eastern time.
And it goes to prove that if you're a jockey and you can win horse races, you too can get yourself some arm candy wife.
Ooh.
Armed candy wife?
Yeah.
Yes,
What does that mean?
Well,
she's armed and she has
armed
candy.
candy. I
There's a
got it.
lovely lady that works at Hastings that met Gutierrez while he was at the racetrack, and they set up a friendship, and obviously they became engaged and then married, and now they're going to have a baby.
There you
Wow.
go.
I hope it has 2 legs.
I think so.
If they have a little pony.
You're sick.
And if it's a little boy, they can call it Tony the Pony. $49.95, batteries not included. As a little kid, I used to watch TV. Said, Tony the Pony, $49.95, batteries not included. I figured for $50, throw in the freaking
Well,
batteries.
you know what? Isn't that the truth?
Aye,
I know. Batteries
telling
are never included in anything.
So after the show today, I know that you've got some clients to see. You have a couple of homes to sell. You've got some people on the go. You're driving people around. Plus, you have to have time to go to the Cloverdale Rodeo, too, this week. So you are going to be one busy woman this week.
Well, actually, yes, and my volunteer times actually are secondary to my real estate career.
Yes.
So this afternoon, I have a townhouse open in South Surrey. So I'll give you the address. It is unit number 5, 15355 26th Avenue. Unit number 5, 15355 26th Avenue. I'm going to have that open between 2 and 4. A little bit about the home. It's 1686 square feet, and it is 16 years old. Main floor features living room, dining room, fireplace. Then upstairs you've got 3 bedrooms, and then there's a loft as well. So it's 3 bathrooms, and they do allow pets. They're allowed large pets as long as they are not dangerous, what they call dangerous species. Anyway, it's the South Wind Complex. It's close to commuter transportation. Ground level tandem garage, room for a rec room, and it has its own entrance. And anyway, come by and see me today. And that's at number 5, 15355 26th Avenue. It is listed at $389,900. So open 2 to 4.
Okay, so now when you bought your place there in White Rock, they were talking to your wife, and they said to your wife, do you have any dangerous pets that you keep on a leash? She says, no, just Bill. But it worked out okay.
You were lucky you were able to get
I
in
only
there.
been the neighbor once.
Did you really? Have you met all your neighbors yet?
Just the one.
Just the one.
I'm not allowed anymore.
So is it still that situation where if you have a home and you put it on the market, no matter what condition, you might be able to sell it?
A lot of times, yes,
Really?
because multiple offer situation.
Yeah.
But as Andrea was saying earlier, when we were seeing a couple of months ago properties that you'd have 10 to 15 offers on them, now we might have 3 or 4 or 5. And so, of course, then we have to recondition our sellers that now this is what you can expect. And, you know, in a quote normal market, you just sort of go through the process and say, this is what you can expect, and the process follows. But now in this kind of market, you know, that you try and tell your sellers what you can expect. And because a little bit of a shift in the market, it doesn't always happen. So this multiple offer situation, the way it's set up at open houses and offers presented at a certain period of time, that it only happens in a brisk increasing market. So, you know, if the market does change in 30 days, however it changes, we have to reevaluate how we are going to market that home.
Now, I've never been involved in a multiple anything in my entire life, so it does sound interesting. But if you're involved in a multiple offer situation, and let's say I make the first offer, and you're thinking about it, and Bill comes along with his people and makes the second multiple offer, you come back to me and say, Bill's had a multiple offer. I'm getting confused here. But you don't tell me how much Bill's people are willing to pay, do you?
I have no idea what they're
You have
willing
no
to
idea.
pay. No, but let's say I'm working for the buyer, then I always appreciate the listing agent getting in touch with me. And when I am the listing agent and I know an offer's coming in, I do the courtesy to any other realtor that also told me they were going to write an offer of calling them back and saying, look, it looks like it's going to be a multiple offer situation. I am giving you a fair chance. And fortunately, by law, I'm not allowed to know what the offers are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way it's a fair playing field for everybody. But I do know a lot of realtors that, you know, they'll set up for offers, and anybody else who's shown it that's interested in writing an offer and all that kind of stuff, they just, you know, let them slide through and then just go next. And even in this brisk market, there was a realtor the other day that on this particular listing, we were talking about breeds of dogs and stuff like this. And I called her back and talked to her a couple of times. And I think she was a little gobsmacked that I even took the time, number one, to do that, but also to let her know what the real rules are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would I want to waste her time, my time, and my seller's time?
Well, that's just it. That's just it.
Absolutely. Why waste time? Let's just sort of, let's be real, get on with it. And
Peter Patter.
Yeah.
You guys brought up some great ideas today about condos and about townhouses and strata fees. Maybe we should have Tony Giavento on the show one day.
I'd love to. You know, I've actually sat in his office because one of my clients had an issue with the strata, between strata and the law, and blah, 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 and on it went. Anyway, so my client and I went down and sat in Tony's office, and he told us exactly what the law was. And we were able to get my client on with his life.
So you have Tony's phone number?
I have Tony's phone
Maybe
number.
after the show, could you phone Tony? Because I called Tony about a year ago and invited him onto the show.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Hi, Tony. It's Tom Lucas." Hi, Tony.
And he said, who?
Tony. Hello. Hello, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing on, lady? Hello, Tony. so would you call Tony and get him
I'd
on?
call Tony,
I think
you
it'd be
bet.
a great idea.
Sure.
And
You'll
you're
say Fern who?
Yeah, well, okay. Welcome to the club. And then Bill will call. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Bill will say, "Hi, it's Bill with Cabasas," and he'll talk to you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, last name like that, I probably would get some Italian food.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Multicultural.
Some marinara.
That's
You
what it's
bet.
all about here in
Sounds
the West
wonderful.
Coast. Bill, if I want to get a hold of you to talk mortgages, how do I do
Just
so?
give me a shout at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME. Or you can, what's that?
On the website.
Oh, that's right, too. I have a website. You know what? Most people contact me by phone.
No, you don't need to whisper here, Bill. I was
I
whispering
don't.
because it's radio. We didn't want people.
I didn't want anybody to hear. Okay.
What, the freaking website?
The freaking website. It's BillyMac.com. That's
Billy,
an I,
not a Y.
Y,
MAC.com. And Fern?
Oh, after all that, I forget. I can be reached by cell or text. My number is 604-790-9066. Cell or text, 604-790-9066. Email fern@smart.com. That's Fern with an E, smart with 2 T's, .com.
That is one of the longest email addresses in history, eh, Willie?
But I didn't say.
Holy cow. That's a long one. Fern with 2 T's. Now, what is it again?
Fern with an E, smart with 2 T's.
I think the best thing is just go to RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and it's on there. Just
Absolutely.
Give Bill or give me a call. We'll give you Fern's number.
Exactly.
And she's going to call Tony
Hopefully,
Giaventutours.
hopefully
Yeah. And then you're going down to shake hands and make some babies. No, that's not right. Cloverdale Rodeo. We'll talk about that next week. Fern, thank you for coming by. Bill, thank you. Dwayne, thank you. And enjoy the long holiday weekend. We'll talk to you on the radio Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye.
The preceding was a paid program on CL 650. The following is a paid program on CL 650.
And now, it's Boomer Life. Lifestyle discussion designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete.